Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Little Red Riding Hood. She was called Little Red Riding Hood because she always wore a red cloak with a hood. One day, her mother asked her to take a basket of goodies to her grandmother who lived on the other side of the forest. Little Red Riding Hood happily set off through the woods. Along the way, she met a cunning wolf who asked her where she was going innocently. Little Red Riding Hood told him she was on her way to her grandmother's house. The wolf, with wicked intentions, came up with a plan to reach the grandmother's house before Little Red Riding Hood. He quickly ran ahead and grabbed the grandmother and put it in the wardrobe, then dressed in her clothes and lay in her bed, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. When Little Red Riding Hood reached her grandmother's house, she was surprised to find the door open. She entered and noticed something strange about her grandmother's appearance. She said, "Grandmother, what big eyes you have," the wolf replied. "All the better to see you with, my dear," Little Red Riding Hood continued. "Grandmother, what big ears you have," again, the wolf replied. "All the better to hear you with, my dear." Finally, Little Red Riding Hood exclaimed, "Grandmother, what big teeth you have." At this point, the wolf couldn't contain himself any longer and sprang out of bed, intending to eat Little Red Riding Hood. But just then, woodcutters happened to pass by the house and heard the commotion. They rushed in and rescued Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother by slaying the wolf with their axe. From that day on, Little Red Riding Hood was much more cautious in the woods, and she never spoke to strangers again. The story teaches children the importance of being cautious around strangers and the consequences of disobedience. Forget subscribe to the channel and press like for more story.